All right, welcome back. We're at Tox Talk number 2. All right, so how do you know when your toxin is due? And is that what I'm supposed to say? What was I supposed to say?
Like, how do you know when it's completely gone and you're due?
And you're ready. So I had my treatment in February. I started noticing subtle movement in around May. I did get DAXI duration, so that's a really important piece that you need to understand. Most people's talks are going to last anywhere from 3 to 4 months. Mine's lasting longer because I got higher doses, which equals that duration time. Not for everyone, though. Again, we're all so unique, so you can't just take what we say with a blanket statement and be like, well, that's not me, because that's just not the way it works.
Right.
But I've had subtle movement since May, and you can see now these lines are really starting to like stick, especially if you look here in my glabella. This is one of my strongest areas, and this low line on my forehead. That's a common problem for most people, y'all. So just know if you're having subtle movement and the lines aren't sticking, likely it's not due. It's just you're peaked and you're starting to slowly wear off. You don't want to overtreat too often, as that does increase your risk for toxins not working and you building up a resistance.
And I was just going to add that, the goal is not to have zero movement always and forever. The goal is to have no deep lines at rest. And so this is just like any other medicine in that you take it, it takes a little minute to work, and then it slowly wears off. And in that time, you slowly get a little bit of movement back. And then by the time you're due for your treatment, you have a ton of movement and you know it's time. And that's why I've been getting messages lately from people who have the first little signs of movement and they want to come in for a sprinkle. And if you have an event or there's something going on, of course we can do that, but it's not great for you because you're just going to kind of build a tolerance to it getting it all the time. And the other thing is you don't have any lines at rest. You just have a little bit of movement, which is normal.
And yeah, we don't want to walk around looking like mannequins like, hey, I'm so happy. Can you tell?
Right. So that's really important. And that's another reason too, why a lot of times, especially if anybody comes and does a follow-up with me, I usually, we'll take after pictures and I like to put them side by side and text them to you. So you can look. And if it's been 2 months and you're like, oh my God, I have a ton of movement, check that before picture, because I bet you don't. I bet you're not all the way back.
Yeah, not back to your baseline. I'm definitely not back to my baseline. I will find the pictures of me when I was in my early 30s, and you will see these railroad tracks are real strong.
Yes, and I can tell. Like I had bad. My glabella was off the chain. I'm super strong there. Most everybody is that's not treated, but I knew I was due the other week when I got mine, because I get a little line here at rest, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay, things are happening again. It's time. So, but yeah, I just want everybody to keep that in mind, because it can cause problems and you look weird, and this isn't cheap.
Yep. Bye.